Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show off a very special quilt, and it came to mind today because today is October 14th, and in several years ago, I have a younger brother, and he was born in 55. And he passed away in 96 on October 14th. So I made this quilt in honor of Pat. I made the quilt for my mom, and this is a medallion quilt. A medallion quilt is one where you make something in the center, and then you can add to it going around the edges. The center star on this, I think, might be called, it's some version of a carpenter's star. I brag all the time about keeping notebooks or keeping folders with information on my quilts. Well, I don't have a folder on this quilt. It was early on in my quilting time, and I thought, oh, I'm going to just make this quilt. And I think I used a medallion book. If you would like to make a medallion quilt, I suggest that you get yourself a book about making medallion quilts. Because you need to use some graph paper or some way to design how you're going to put this whole thing together. So I put the star in the middle. I definitely wanted to use colors of fall, since fall was important in the whole idea. We have we had and still have a big oak tree in the yard, and since this was for my mom, I wanted to keep a fall and oak tree and everything sort of as in my mind for the quilt. Everything here is, it's hand quilted. Everything is hand appliqued. I don't do that anymore because I don't see as well. I specifically put acorns on because we have an oak tree that has a lot of acorns. And then I use some brown embroidery floss to outline the veins of the leaves and put them on the acorns. Just really did it up nicely. I hardly hand applique anything anymore, so it's nice to see something that I have done and I know that my mom really liked this quilt. It was, I think the center was the star, and then I wanted applique and leaves and all in the outside. And then at the very outside, these squares were, this outer border was just squares with some sashing, this brown sashing. Then, as I looked at it today, I noticed that the very outer border is hand quilted, and there's quite a bit of design there. I must have used a stencil and did lots of like tree leaves and acorns and but when I looked at it today, I thought I should have done that in a darker thread. You cannot see that hardly at all. Leaves and the veins, no, it's not showing up. So if I were doing it again, I would certainly do it in a darker color. But I don't know what the size on it is now, but it's a very special quilt. It was for my mom. I made it in 97. Let me see it's a good thing I did always write down when I did these things. I did it in, here, I'll give that away. In memory of Patrick J. Ryden, and he was born June 2nd, 95, He died October 14th, 96. And I put my name and I wrote the date that I made it. And so I thought, today's October 14th, I need to get this quilt out and show it to others, because he doesn't get out very often. My mom really didn't use it very much. You know how people are when they have a special quilt. They don't want to get it messed up. But it was special to her. And special to me. It doesn't even have a name, I don't think. It's just Pat's quilt, I guess.